Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into program management. But listen, we're not just going to sit around looking at whiteboard theories. No way. We're getting into how massive, incredibly complex initiatives actually manage to cross the finish line in the real world. If you've ever wondered how high-stakes execution bridges that massive gap between an abstract concept and a tangible, real-world result, well, you are in exactly the right place.
Okay, let's dive into this. There's this huge contrast, right? On one side, you've got these perfect theoretical frameworks. You know the ones. Perfectly mapped timelines, completely predictable risk matrices, everything looks pristine. But on the other side, you've got the messy, wildly unpredictable reality of actually building the thing. Because let's face it, a pristine Gantt chart rarely survives first contact with reality. Actually, scratch that, it literally never does. The true magic of program management is the sheer discipline of forcing that chaotic reality to align with the plan, delivering something of immense value despite all the inevitable friction.
Section 1. Bridging Theory and Reality. To really understand how this bridge gets built, we have to look at the friction points across some totally different arenas. We're going to take a quick tour across 4 wildly different industries: BFSI, retail, healthcare, and tech. In banking, program management steps in to secure compliance. In retail, it totally reshapes the customer experience. In healthcare, it's there to enhance critical patient outcomes. And over in technology, it enables the delivery of some seriously complex solutions. It's basically a universal language that solves highly specific, domain-unique problems.
Section 2. BFSI, Enhancing Industry Compliance. So the banking, financial services, and insurance sector, this operates in a seriously high-stakes environment where a single regulatory failure can mean just absolutely catastrophic penalties. I mean, imagine a bank completely drowning in a web of new international compliance laws. It's sheer regulatory chaos. Departments are totally siloed, data is fragmented everywhere, and risk is just skyrocketing. Program management steps in and systematically untangles that mess by assigning clear ownership and mapping out all those tricky dependencies between IT and legal. Through really structured storytelling and rigorous tracking, that chaos is completely transformed into a rock-solid, auditable compliance machine. It's a real game changer.
Section 3. Retail, Transforming Customer Experience.
Now, shifting gears to a totally different marketplace where the main goal is consumer delight. Picture a totally disconnected shopper journey, where a customer has one experience on a mobile app, a totally different one in the physical store, and they're dealing with a supply chain that feels perpetually 2 steps behind. By implementing a truly experience-driven program, a retailer unifies the whole shebang: the software developers, the warehouse managers, the frontline staff, everyone. The result? A completely frictionless, delightful shopping experience. The program basically acts as the invisible architecture of a perfect transaction.
Section 4. Healthcare and Tech Outcomes.
So the crucial point is that in arenas like healthcare, the stakes go way, way beyond profit margins. When a hospital rolls out new digital health records, or say a pharmaceutical company orchestrates this massive clinical trial, they absolutely rely on rigorous oversight. Because a dropped ball here doesn't just mean a delayed launch, right? It means compromised patient care. Structured program management in this space directly enhances the quality, safety, and effectiveness of patient outcomes. The structure is quite literally what protects lives.
And it's a very similar story over in the tech sector, where companies are constantly tasked with delivering these incredibly complex technological solutions at just breakneck speeds. Integrating AI, migrating massive legacy systems to the cloud, rolling out global infrastructure, these are highly volatile initiatives. Without masterful oversight, these programs just evolve into expensive, endless delays. It is exactly this discipline that enables the successful, timely delivery that keeps a tech company relevant in such a fiercely competitive landscape.
Section 5. The Power of Tangible Results. There's a really powerful insight here, straight from the source material. It says, case studies provide credibility, proving that program management is not theoretical, but practical and impactful. And that hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? When you're trying to convince your team, your boss, or your stakeholders to actually adopt these rigorous practices, you don't just hand them a dry textbook. You show them the real-world proof. Those specific stories provide the undeniable credibility that proves this stuff is deeply practical and makes a massive impact.
Ultimately, viewing program management through the lens of real industry action is what connects all those abstract concepts back to reality. It absolutely proves its adaptability across super unique challenges, it delivers tangible results, and above all, it establishes practical credibility for your own initiatives. This is the true, undeniable value of the discipline, across literally any domain you can imagine.
Which brings us to the most important part of this whole explainer: you.
You've got the blueprint now for why this matters, and you've got the credibility to back it up. So looking at your own work, your own specific challenges, and your own industry, how will you turn your abstract ideas into tangible results? Think about it. Keep building, and I'll see you next time.